What's going on? Happy Hump Day Wednesday. It's another episode of Coffee and Donuts for Grown-Ups. I'm yours truly, the Making Freaking Legend, the host with the Bizzles. Crush the Legend, aka the Grumpy OG. What's going on, YT? What's going on, world? What's going on, boxing fans? How y'all doing? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We have these models out there. Oh, let's make America great again. Let's make this great again. I even see people saying, make boxing great again. How about let's make it make sense? Make it make sense with the boxing talk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to share boxing talk at its purest. That's what I'm here for. No more, no less. No more, no less. But you know, the life that we live in, people, certain things happen. And a lot of times people just don't make no damn sense, nor are they really professing what they're talking about. And with all this boxing talk that's going on, that I hear every single day in the building, Sister Just Do, how you doing? Angie, baby. Well, my day is almost great. It's almost time to get up on out of here. So I'm in my last hour and a half of work. So yeah, that's pretty great. Mike, I'm in the building. Salute to y'all, man. So make it make sense with the boxing talk. We hear these conversations every day. We hear 7 days a week. We listen to what each other has to say. We listen to what others have to say, and I'm just up to the edge of my hair with this nonsense boxing talk, because a lot of things that people come up with in this sport, it don't make sense. It really don't. And these boxing fans can hear certain things come from the horse's mouth, and then they'll still run like they didn't hear what came out the horse's mouth. For instance, now I know it's a lot of promo going on, and people got to do this and people have to do that to keep themselves relevant. Okay, I get that. But boxing fans, make it make sense if you're gonna make somebody relevant. That's what y'all need to do. Because I'm so sick of this sport that you have people that really want to see a lady who's been retired for 18 years, who's been retired for 18 freaking years. That's almost 2 decades. Y'all want a woman who's been retired for damn near 20 years. You might as well round it off to the nearest 10, okay? Because it's at 18. So we're going to round it off to the nearest 10. All right? And all this nonsense with Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields is nonsense. It's not good boxing talk. It don't make sense. And y'all running around feeding into this nonsense. I say this. Clarissa Shields need to do something, because anytime, you're trying to get something going on with somebody that retired as long as you've been making freaking living, that's a problem to me. Big Dog Willie in the building. What's going on with you? This don't sound good to me. This is not good boxing talk. It don't make sense. Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields. Cut it out. Cut it out. And y'all guys is feeding into it. Oh, I'm taking Layla's side. I'm taking Clarissa's side. Well, I'm going to tell y'all something. Neither one of y'all makes sense. Won't y'all be on the side of what makes sense? Now, if these two women is doing it for to promote something that they have coming up, and not actually getting in the ring with each other, okay, that's fine. That's fine with me. But all this, y'all keep coming up with these damn dreams and y'all too far-fetched with y'all boxing talk, and some stuff just don't make sense. There's no comparison, and there's no comparing Layla Ali to Clarissa Shields. It's just not. I don't care who you think for in a better era of competition. I don't give a damn. It don't make sense. Well, she did this in her time, and she did that in that time. There's two different times, people. I can see if these two women was doing it at the same time, we got something to talk about. But now I'm starting to think, because my brother B3 put something out yesterday. Make sure you subscribe to B3 Picks. We was cooking on something nice with this. I'm starting to think the situation with Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields is something that they playing us. They both playing us out. You know, Clarissa ain't got much going on. I think she got a fight coming up, and Layla got some things going on. Y'all know how it is. You know, you started beef, so you know you can sell your, so people can listen to your upcoming single. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah, and all this bull crap. I'll be right back, yo. All this bull crap. And all this back and forth talk and all this starting this mythological wet dream-ish, thinking that, oh, they're gonna fight. They wanna put up 15 mil and this, that, and the other, and all you fools is going for it. I'm here for boxing talk that makes sense. I'm really getting tired of, people who is past their prime, who's way past their peak, and don't even need to be in the damn ring anymore. This is why boxing talk and boxing is not moving is not moving the needle, because we out here condoning certain conversations and things like that is not good for the sport. It's not good for the sport. And I'm just tired of hearing a bunch of grown folks waste their time on certain topics that they shouldn't even be worrying about, because it simply just don't make sense. I know we living in fantasy times and things like that, people, but hey, F that fantasy, reality over fantasy, okay? Get a video game and make it happen that way, because we would never know who will whip who ass between Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields, because they're not going to fight and they don't need to fucking fight. Y'all want somebody to come up from 20 years, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. This let me know that y'all don't really give a damn about boxing. Why would y'all want somebody who's been retired for damn near 20 years, even 10 years, to come back into the sport of boxing? Man, y'all some fake-ass boxing fans. Because if you was a true boxing fan, you don't want to see nothing like that. You're a true boxing fan, you want to see a fight that makes sense. You want conversations that make sense. Not this making freaking wet dream stuff that y'all keep putting out every day, and knowing some of these things is not going to happen. We'll get a coffee, put that on the bill, all right? And y'all know it's not going to happen, you know what I mean? Good morning. Y'all know it's not going to happen. So why would we be putting it out there? I mean, if anything, y'all, we supposed to be the voices of boxing, and people come to YT and come to all the content creator channels to find out what's going on with the sport of boxing, because we know mass media is not going to cover the sport like that. Then let's do a good service, at least at it. Like I said, because we always have new people that's watching the sport, or people who just don't know the sport that well. We're driving them the wrong way. I don't want to bring nobody into the sport off of my badass following. I'm putting out there all this nonsense. It just don't make sense. And I wish y'all just get over that. There's really nothing left for Clarissa Shields to do. Now we got to sit here and figure, who should Clarissa Shields get in the ring with next? Who? At this point, it ain't nothing else for her to do. Okay? How many times she gonna keep on fighting? Alright, it's nothing at the heavyweight division, so she need to move down. She needs to just go ahead and move down. But is she gonna move down and give us a matchup that we want to see? Because let's be honest with yourself, it ain't too many left in women boxing that you actually want to see her fight. Boxing is starting to be like that, people. So y'all need to start making sense with y'all conversations, because a lot of it we just simply ain't gonna get, man. And y'all keep going around with that bull crap, starting lies, acting like y'all on the inside. Y'all act like y'all with the inside, man, like Denzel and all that. Y'all know a damn thing, sitting out there lying, perpetrating, then somebody gotta come out and put y'all on blast because you putting out false information. That's just how it is. Then, excuse me, bro. Then you got all this other nonsense going on. You know? So she don't really have nothing else to do. She's not gonna go down and fight the top ones at 54 and stuff like that. She just leave the sport damn alone and try to find out, excuse me, brother, and try to find out something else better to do with her career, what she's gonna do at the boxing, because it ain't much left for her to do. Yeah, she's pretty young, but women boxing is not deep like that. You know, so women boxing can definitely use some more women in the sport, and you know, more people behind the sport get into the sport like men boxing. But if they don't, other than that, there's not going to be too much. We're going to be talking about anybody, with anybody. So hey, we got to do something, and I'm starting to get bored with Clarissa Shields, because she ain't doing shit. She ain't doing shit. Then what's she gonna do? Fight everybody again that she already fought? You know what I mean? That's what she gonna do. She gonna get in the ring and fight everybody again that we already see her fight. No. It's time to move on from that shit. It's time to move on from it, and that's just that. And the young lady, she is excellent in her skill set. Yes, she is. I am not taking nothing away from it. The only thing I say, man, I wish it was stiff for competition, not just for Clarissa Shields, but all those damn women. I wish it was stiff for competition and more women in women boxing, because it's really simply not enough. But the credit that we give out, and who's the best of the best of women boxing, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It ain't even enough to even go that damn far. It's not. It's not even that damn. It's not that deep. It's not deep enough to go that far, because it's really just a making freaking handful of them. It's just a making freaking handful of them. Look at me. Who she's gonna fight? Who she's gonna fight? So she got to keep herself relevant, because she don't have nothing going on. Now she out here doing extra stuff, you know, trying to be a damn rapper. Don't try that. Oh, she need to put that microphone down. And y'all need to stop capping and lying to her when she dropped those whack ass tracks. Y'all need to be honest and be like, hey, listen, you the GOAT, but you the GOAT. But when it comes to this microphone, use a damn joke. Put it down. Put it down, stay in your damn lane. Now she gotta run around and try to do something else. But all this back and forth with this Layla Ali shit don't make sense in no kind of way. I'm tired of it. Talk about something that makes sense. But see, this is what happens when you don't have much going on. I understand it, but if I'm gonna fall into the trap too and start talking about things that don't make no damn sense, I'm not gonna do that. The day I do that is the day that I'm gonna hang this shit up. But I just want to be a part of everyday conversations that make sense. And a lot of these things starting not to make too much damn sense. Because when you look at it, and I've been saying it for the longest, people, I've been saying it for the longest, a lot of their careers is over before it's even over. Because a lot of them are not going to be successful. A lot of them are not going to become undisputed or unified champions. A lot of them would not even get a what you call that payday that they want, that they looking for. A lot of them are not going to get it. And some of them, they can get it, but the way that they moving around, they messing it up for themselves. So make it make sense when we talking about it. So once again, in my honest opinion, it is dumb, it is stupid, and hopefully I don't hear the talks no more. Let this ish go with Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields, okay? Layla Ali write books and she got cooking shows going on and all that. Let her do that. What is Clarissa Shields going to do at the boxing? Because let's be honest, how long is she going to keep on doing this? She ain't got long, people. This sport, women boxing, is not deep enough. It's not deep enough. And even going back over to men boxing, where, oh my goodness, y'all really give me headaches. My boxing handboard is at an all-time high. Because a lot of the things that we go back and forth about simply don't make no damn sense. And a lot of these, the male fighters, their careers are over before it's over. Everybody's not gonna make it to that big dance. People that just not for all reasons under the sun, the moon, the stars, and the quasars. That's how it is. Some things are made up not to work out right. Some things are made up to work out right, and some things just ain't going to work because some people and some athletes are just not that damn good. So we talk about this sport every day, but right now, boxing is still at a halt. It's still at a halt because with all these fighters that we talk about every single day, this fighter, that fighter, it still ain't enough competition going on. They still ain't fighting each other. They still ain't giving us the fights that we all agree we're wanting to see. We still not getting it. And you gotta pay attention to these weight classes. What I've been saying for the past couple weeks, look at 135. Listen, I'm gonna say this, just doing the builder, my guy. Your favorite content creator. Look at 135. And if y'all been paying attention for the last couple of days, a few content creators have been talking about 135. Now, I don't know if they, fed off of me. There's nothing wrong with that because that's what we do. Sometimes I listen to Just Do might say something on his show that's going to give me a reason to do my cooking in the morning. I appreciate that. That's why I listen to everybody that I listen to. That's how it's supposed to be. When I'm watching my brothers and my sisters, I should be able to come up with a concept off of them because they know the damn sport. And that's what I do. But just like Just Do want to talk about what makes sense. That's what I respect and love about his show. He talk about what makes sense. Just Do is not with this fantasy-ish. I'm not. And I just want to talk about what makes sense. Y'all talk about making boxing great again. Make boxing make sense again. Would y'all stop talking about things that don't make no damn sense? Once y'all do that, then now we getting somewhere. Once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and diamonds and pearls around the way and weirdos and skateboarders and, overachieving, underachieving, and everything under the sun. Once you start doing that collectively, then we can say that, damn, we doing something with the sport of boxing. But as long as we keep putting out this nonsense that don't make sense, that Just Do is one of the very few content creators that always express itself about how a lot of these things don't make sense. Who would beat who, this, that, other. This man talks about it every day. Every day he talks about it. So y'all getting this cooked this morning because last night I just had enough. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear nothing that don't make sense. I don't want to hear no fantasy talk. I don't want to hear no made-up lies. You doing stuff with clickbaits and all that. I don't want to hear nothing about you tearing the damn fighter down. You better speak on everybody in the sport of boxing equally because they all guilty by association. Stop acting like that everybody is doing something more than the other. Stop it. It don't make sense. I see it with my damn eyes every day, and y'all getting on my nerves. Y'all whack, y'all corny, y'all can't mess with me. Y'all can't mess with anybody that's making sense with boxing talk. And I'm telling y'all, every day, right now, I'm ready to take all of y'all to war that keep on pushing this nonsense and boxing talk. Y'all don't be cooking nothing but set yourselves up to get cooked. Y'all whack with that nonsense. I don't care if y'all debated about it or not. Y'all debating about things that don't make sense. Y'all whack as fuck, and y'all can't fuck with me or anybody else that makes sense. Now put y'all money up on that. What's going on, Dan? That makes sense. I'm here with the nonsense. I don't care who you call yourself. You out there pushing that propaganda and boxing. Your ass is whack, and you can't fuck with me, and you need to be shut down like a bad business. Send the health people over to them. Send the goddamn L&I and all that over to their asses, because they need to be fine. I'm sick of the whack-ass talk. I'm sick of it. Y'all just make up any goddamn thing. Just like Terrence Crawford said, there's no comparison. He's the best in his era. I'm the best in my era. That's big bro. I don't even want to fight that man. And y'all whack asses, y'all know nothing about the sport. Y'all only look at certain fighters. Y'all don't try to go look at new fighters and try to learn about the sport to see who is nice and all that. Y'all keep y'all whack asses in the goddamn pocket talking about the same old fighters because your boxing knowledge don't go so goddamn far. Shut up. Yeah, you shut up, chump. Now you want to come over here and get a couple minutes of fame. David Bacon, you about to get fried like the pork bacon you is, you pig whack-ass motherfucker. Get your whack-ass up on out of here since you want some attention. How about that? Since you want some attention, I got a song for you. Hot damn hoe, shut the fuck up, MC Lifestyle. And that's how we do over here. I'm gonna get back to this great cook. He ain't gonna derail me off with track. That's right, I know he's a whack-ass dude that's coming on here, but he ain't gonna mess up the morning. We feeling great. It's Hump Day Wednesday. We getting this cook. I'm starting the day off. I'm setting the tone for every content creator today. I'm setting the tone. I am the goddamn accelerator, and I'm the goddamn starter. So when I come on this morning, I'm starting for all my bros and sisters that put out the real cook. So when I'm starting this ish, it's getting Just Do ready for his day, and everybody else that's gonna come and cook on some real sits. That's gonna talk some real boxing talk. So y'all need to shut the hell up and stop talking about Floyd Mayweather and goddamn Terrence Crawford, because Crawford said it the best. Respect what he said if y'all like him so much. Y'all don't really like these fighters that much. Y'all don't, because if y'all did respect these fighters, if y'all respect these fighters that much, so much and y'all like them, when they say these things, when they say it from out their own mouths, is telling you, hey man, say that shit. Y'all don't need to talk about it. That's what Terrence Crawford is saying. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. But no, y'all can't help yourselves. Y'all can't help yourselves. Every last one of y'all that try to find somebody better than Floyd Mayweather, the only thing that you saying that Floyd Mayweather is really the GOAT because you keep on comparing Floyd to people that did something that Floyd and nobody else in the sport of boxing have done. That's another thing that don't make sense. Why is it when it comes to comparing somebody in boxing, it's always Floyd Mayweather? Why they not comparing them to everybody else in boxing? So what you mean to tell me that Floyd Mayweather is better than everybody else in boxing? That's why y'all always comparing everybody to Floyd Mayweather? Why? Why does everybody keep on getting compared to Floyd Mayweather? But this fighter, that fighter, why y'all so selective with it? Why y'all cherry picking the bill? Why y'all cherry picking the cook? It don't make sense. Because if you saying somebody is the ish, you're really saying that they better than everybody. Know what you talking about before you open your mouth. Because I know that certain content creators know what they talk about when they open their mouths. They know what type of holes they're going to build, that means so they can bury jokers. Why is it? Why is it it's only Floyd Mayweather this, Floyd Mayweather that, Floyd didn't do this, Floyd didn't do that? There's a lot of people that didn't do the same things that Floyd didn't do. Good morning. How you doing? Good, good, good. You know, that is something to think about. That's something to think about. I mean, make it make sense. Let's get boxing conversation back to making sense, people. Hey, Big Dog Willie, that's all I do, Big Dog Willie. I'm not here for nothing else, Big Dog Willie. You know me for a few years now. You know the few for a few years. I'm not here for none of that. I'm here for what makes sense. That's all. I'm not here for the other stuff. That's why it makes boxing bad. We're content creators, man, and we trying to push this sport back up to the front. Get it up in the top 5, the top 3 sports where it was for decades. But how are we going to do that if we got to keep on dealing with this nonsense? Everybody lying, everybody capping. It's not helping this damn sport. It's not. You're not helping the sport. You're not even helping your favorite fighter. You're not doing them any justice. And a lot of things we don't need to do for these fighters. They're doing it for themselves. No, hey, Willie, you're special, Willie. Hey, Big Dog, you know boxing though. Your trolling be all in fun. You're trolling, you be dropping gems, and you're trolling, Big Dog Willie. That's why when you drop a lot of your joints, I'm like, Big Dog off the hook, but you know the sport, Big Dog. You know what I mean? You know the sport. So that's why we all love Big Dog Willie. You know, us that know Big Dog, when you come on the channels and stuff and you pay to drop your super chats and all that, it's Big Dog Willie. We know you know the sport. We know that most likely you agree with a lot of us, but you doing your thing. But see, if they understood Big Dog Willie, if they understood the method of your madness, bro, they would know that it's all love and you really know what the hell you're talking about. And some of your predictions be on point, Big Dog. So you're different. You know boxing, Big Dog. You just do it in the act of trolling. You know what I mean? You're a content creator because you know it. You just do it in trolling, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with it because you do know the sport, Big Dog, and you drop some trolling ass gems that actually wound up coming into fruition. So you're different from everybody else, Big Dog. So I just wanted you to know that. Other trolls ain't doing what you doing, Big Dog. Like you drop money. You know what I mean? You like, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I want to talk ish. I'm gonna talk ish on everybody's channel that I went to, and guess what? I'm gonna pay you for it. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with it, Big Dog. You keep doing your thing, Big Dog. Yes, you keep doing your thing. Big Dog, you're special. We know you know boxing. That's the difference. A lot of these trolls don't know the sport of boxing. They don't know what the hell they talking about. But getting back to this cook, because I've been wanting to get this off. I wanted to get this out the way because I'm just so tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. And the thing is, Terrence Crawford didn't said it. So all you whack ass, no content having ass jokers, y'all need to stop. See, once I hear it come from the horse's mouth, I'm gonna have that integrity and I'm gonna respect what they said because I heard it come from their mouth. So why would I be out here comparing goddamn Terrence Crawford to Floyd Mayweather when Terrence Crawford himself said, come on, we ain't doing that. So once he said it, Operation Shutdown, he said it, and it don't make sense. That goes back to the title of the thumbnail. It don't make sense. Why you not comparing Terrence Crawford to other fighters that became undisputed? Why you comparing Terrence Crawford to a guy who don't share the same accolades as him? Huh? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? And I keep on telling y'all really saying how bad this man Floyd Mayweather really is when y'all always try to find somebody to compare him to. They don't never try to find no one else in boxing to compare these fighters to but the Floyd Mayweather. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm capping. When the last time we heard any other fighter being compared to these new fighters? Hey, Big Willie, we ain't worrying about that joker. He need to 187 his damn self. Shit. And yeah, you know, I had people say stuff to me, and I'd be like, okay, I wish you would. Nah, I wish you would. I know how it is, big dog. My first couple of YouTube channels, I was one of those dudes that'll slide up on you talking that nonsense. No, seriously. I got folks that say, oh yeah, he did that, but it's not about that. But you know what I mean? I know how it is. Don't get to talking like that, because I don't take threats lightly. You know, and you up there talking that hot-ish, you're making me hot. Now it's turning me on. Now I really want to see if you built like that. That's why we got to keep our damn cool, because some of us content creators, we do this for escapism. We don't come on here to get picked with it. People want to check your temperature. No, some of us do this because it's therapeutic. You don't know what background some of us came from. You got some of these guys, some of these content creators that probably used to be a stone cold killer, but this is something that they doing because they changed their lives around. But you always got these jokers. You always got these jokers that's always coming through and doing the bull crap. But it don't make sense. It don't make sense. So when y'all gonna start making sense with y'all comparisons? Why y'all just always pointing the comparison to one spot? When the last time y'all compared any of these dudes to Ali? And don't give me that bull crap about, oh, they don't fight in the same weight classes. I don't want to hear that. When the last time y'all compared any of these dudes to Muhammad Ali? And a lot of people feel as though that Muhammad Ali is better than Floyd Mayweather. I don't have no argument there. But when the last time y'all compared them to Ali? When the last time any of these jokers been compared to Mr. Powerful Pound himself, Sugar Ray Robinson? When the last time any of these jokers was compared to Joe Louis? Huh? Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Henry Armstrong. When y'all gonna compare these fighters to some of these other greats that did they thing in the sport of boxing? When you gonna do that? Because there was a whole lot of greatness being done in boxing by so many men. Y'all the reason why that Floyd Mayweather is the way that he is. Because y'all the ones that keep talking about Floyd Mayweather 50-0. When we keep telling y'all, he's not the only undefeated fighter. He's not the only fighter that retired undefeated. But he made the most money, but he's still not the only undefeated fighter. What I didn't see the other undefeated fighters is that's why they got goddamn fucking film, so you can go back and see the fighters that you wasn't around to see when they was born. So how you gonna know who else retired undefeated? Y'all keep talking about Floyd Mayweather. Y'all better go look up Willie Pep, who they said was the real sinister of defense. Do y'all know how many other undefeated fighters it is? I'm tired of telling y'all. Y'all don't listen. Go look it up. Google that, so y'all like to Google shit. Google that. Y'all get on my nerves. Don't make sense. I'm tired of these people not making no damn sense. Miss Denise, I listen to goddamn 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds that make more sense than boxing talk to y'all grown men and women. Y'all get on my damn nerves. Stop making these damn comparisons. God damn it. Thank you, Miss Denise. I'm gonna be perked up. You want to make your tea?
Yeah, I'll make it. See, you keep forgetting. Give me a coffee.
You wanna go up and get it down?
No, I gotta get my
Clock in
situated.
first. Let's see.
If I can clock in.
Yeah,
It
see.
hasn't been happening.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Denise. That's all I got over there. I keep that tied up. But yeah, y'all, I'm just tired of it. Big Dog said, believe me, there's some knuckleheads that said Usyk has a better chin than Ray Mercer. I mean, you know what? I don't know about that. Hey, they can say what they want, but just because Big Dog Willie, they simply don't know. And sometimes that's why I don't like talking boxing with a lot of people, because they don't know. And then that's okay if you don't know. You can't hold a person accountable for something that they don't know. But you know, don't fake the funk like you know, because then you're gonna get put on blast. You know what I mean? We all gonna learn something from the other one when it comes to this sport. You know, as much as we all been watching this sport, as long as we've been watching this sport, don't you know there's some things that I still learn about boxing, and I know this damn sport. I learned from one of my favorite content creators every damn day. I learned something, because it's something that I probably didn't come across yet, and that's fine. I know boxing. I know it's people that I learn off of every day. No matter how many decades I've been watching this sport, I'm not going to sit around and act like I haven't learned off of Just Do plenty of times. I'm not going to sit and act like I didn't pick up things from Knockout or anybody from STN. I don't get down like that. I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. But the thing is, y'all motherfuckers don't know what we know. And y'all don't know what we don't know. That's why y'all should stay in y'all place and be cool and, you know, take your time and you learn something. But Usyk better chin than Ray Mercer. I don't know, man. That's why I'm like, when they get to talking this stuff, they need to go back and watch these other eras. If they're gonna butt into the, you know, in the nicks and cranny of the other eras, and they wasn't around to watch it, they really just need to be quiet and really sit back and go enjoy some great film, because their mindsets would change. And as much as I like Usyk, and looking clearly from the heavyweights that Usyk is facing, the punchers, and Ray Mercer, we already know that's evident, man. Shit, Ray Mercer, I give Ray Mercer that all day long, the better chin. Cause Ray Mercer, when he was a heavyweight, those heavyweights was hitting harder than the heavyweights that's here today, and that's not even an opinion, that's a fact. So yeah, you got knuckleheads that will talk that nonsense, Big Dog Willie. That's why make it make sense. When we gonna make boxing make sense? People just be saying all type of things. You know, and that's a pet peeve for Just Do, because Just Do always talk about how people just do this nonsense. Yeah, emotional and slow Just Do, Yellow Bus Special. We're passionate. It's a difference. We passionate and we know this sport, so there's a difference. But when you a passionate jackass, or you passionate about not having knowledge of, then man, you get up on out of here with that nonsense, man. That's why I only listen to about 6 or 7 channels, and no more than 8 channels in all, in total, that I actually listen to every day. I got a great 8 that I dedicate myself to listening to every day. I really do. They know who they are because I pop up on y'all shows. But they gotta do something, man. They gotta do something. And they need to do something. That's all I'm saying. They got to stop pushing this nonsense. Now, moving on. I said something about this guy yesterday, and I'm gonna say it again because it's a hot topic. What's going on with Schofield? Is he like Paper Soldier, paper thin? You know, too light in the ass. What's going on with this kid? He's very fragile. Something that we don't like seeing in the sport of boxing. We don't like to see injury-prone guys in the sport of boxing, because every sport is not a good sport for you to be injury prone in if you play that sport. But is it any sport that hurts you the most with being injury prone, in my honest opinion, is the sport of boxing. Oh my goodness! I mean, look at this kid, Schofield. Now we gotta go off the narrative that he's been giving us, and he's giving us a lot of no-show. This guy, every time you turn around, when it comes to a step-up fight with Kid Austin, there's a technicality. There's always something going on with his body. You know, he was sick, an injury here, injury there. But this is one of the guys that we want to see get in and show and prove. We ain't got time to keep on hearing you giving us good talk. We deal with that with the politicians. That's what you boxers need to understand. Us as you boxing fans, that's what we need to make these fighters understand. I don't need to hear too much talking. You're not a politician. Get in there and fight. You ain't no damn politician. You ain't gotta give me no goddamn I don't need to hear no damn long ass Obama talk. None of that shit. I don't need to hear no Malcolm X talk, no Martin Luther King talk, no Jesse Jackson talk. The only thing I need a fighter to say what he's going to do in the ring to his opponent and what's his next move. That's it. We don't need him to be talking so much. See, because this is a problem. Y'all say certain fighters don't talk enough. Now they talk too much. Now they ain't fighting enough. Like, y'all got to make this make sense now. Make up your mind which side of the sport you want to be on. You want to be on the right side or you want to be on the other side? Follow the leader. Y'all know where we at. Y'all know where we at. Coffee and donuts for going to smash the like button. Make it make sense. If you ain't making this boxing talk make sense, man, get up on out the way. Get on out the way. We're trying to get these fighters to give us all something that we want to see, that we all agree to see, no matter which side we on of the person winning. Because one thing about the sport that I always enjoy, when we all want to agree, when we all agree on a certain fight, that we all want to watch a certain fight, and a lot of times we may agree with the outcome too sometimes, you know what I mean? But that's good, because sometimes we're going to disagree, but we're going to wind up agreeing at some point. Boxing Wiz in the building. What's up, Boxing Wiz? Time to wake up and bag chasing. Yes, Boxing Wiz. Y'all, Boxing Wiz, drop your channel, bro. Make sure they subscribe to you. Gotta put you in blue, because that's how we get down. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Boxing Wiz 1 doing this thing out here. You know, I like to intertwine with the right brains, with the right heads that's healthy for this boxing talk. There's a few content creators that I listen to every day that's really want to do good for boxing. I really appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna start content creator awards. I am. We gonna do that. We sit here day in and day out for hours and put together a pound for pound. How many times have we put together a pound for pound list? We did all this for these boxes. How many of y'all are willing to sit down and we gonna air this content creator shit out and put it together and put that together? Best content creator and all that. Because, I like to make some people mad. I would like to make some people mad. Yes. Hey, the most capping content creator award. You know, we got to come up with these things. The most accurate content creator. The most capping content creator. Yeah. Most popular content creator. Now, I mean, the most knowledgeable content creator, man. I'm tired of this. I'm about to set it off for real. There's a few of that been talking about these awards. We gonna get together. There's a few people that's been talking about my man C-Man Ruffin. We gonna get a committee together. And this is what we gonna do. We gonna put together a pound for pound content creator list. Yeah. That's what we gonna do, because I'm gonna hurt some damn feelings with this, because I'm not including myself in none of this. And I know I'm a bad mother effer, but it ain't about me.
It ain't about me. I'm more of a fan of content creators with me being a content creator. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. But this kid Schofield, I don't know. And like I said, time is running thin. A lot of these fighters don't have as much time as they think. There you go. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my man Boxing Wiz. A lot of these guys really don't have as much time that they think they have. And the reason why I say that, people, because they don't have that many doors of opportunity to walk through. That's why I say that. We can see it. We already know that we have fighters that's in the sport that are plants. I mean, they industry plants. We have that. Then we have the ones who's straight getting it from the damn mud. Then we have the ones who's faking it, you know, may look like they doing something, but they ain't really doing anything. We have all these different traits in the sport of boxing. Let's just speak on it for what it is, no more, no less. But keep on telling y'all, these guys' careers is over before it's even over. Like I said, a lot of these guys are not going to cash in. They're not going to get those big paydays simply for two things, either because of the system and or simply because you just ain't one of those ones. That's just how it is. The sport of boxing is something else, because there's a lot of fighters out there who is on the same level as some of the top fighters in the sport that we talk about on an everyday basis. But are we going to see them? No. We're not going to see them, because that's just how it is. You think with everybody that we seen, with every fighter that we seen, you think they really the best in the world? So what about the ones we never seen fight? Just like we know there's somebody that's better than Jordan. So just think about it for a minute, my people. So look at Terrence Crawford. Damn, it's a guy that's actually out there better than Terrence Crawford. We might not see him, but definitely is. Think about how many fighters that didn't get the opportunity to show how great they really are, how good they really are, because it exists in the sport of boxing. It exists in the sport of boxing just like in basketball, football, and any other sport. Think about that. Look at all the fighters that we're learning about and that we have known about and say, damn, that's a bad motherfucker. But then you got to scratch your head there. Is this the baddest dude in this era? Then there's a lot of other fighters we never got to see, that we may never get to see. Then there's some that may be like that we probably see them, but they won't get that chance. They won't get the chance. Why? By design, baby. By design. It's a sad reality, but that's what it is. So we're never at the getting the disclosure on the best of the best. We're never fully getting that, because we don't really know who's really the best of the best, only for what's in front of us. I'm talking about right now what we don't see that we probably would never see, but it does exist. How deep is that? Think about that. That's why at some point in every couple of decades, there's going to be a fighter, or maybe two, every 20 years or something like that, that's going to come, and that's going to be something that's going to be hard to see again for some time. When we talk about Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famers, when we think about future Hall of Famers, who we're thinking that's going to go into the Hall of Fame, think about it. It's some of these guys I think we're going to be incorrect on. I think some of these guys that we think that's going to wind up being in the Hall of Fame, no matter what slot they fall in, I think we're going to be wrong about some of them. Think we are. No matter if it's deserving of the fighter or not, but we're going to be wrong. We're going to be wrong, people. We're going to be wrong. We're not going to be right about everything. But what we can do is be real about everything. See, because being real is being right. See, being real about something is being right. Being real about something, you're going to be correct most of the time because you being real. That's why I got to go back to the title. Make it make sense. But it's not going to make sense if you're not being real. That's why I respect Just Do. He be real. Cam J Network, keeping it real. B3 Picks, keeping it real. There's other few names, but those few names I just named are perfect examples in my opinion. Keeping it real. And that's why we have our asses over there locked into these guys because they keeping it real. Not only that they know what they talking about, but they keeping it real. Because listen, in the boxing world, listen, you don't necessarily have to be correct all the time. But if you being real about what you saying, that's enough. Because a lot of times we're not going to be corrected, directly like that. But I say, man, you always correct if you're keeping it real. No matter how wrong being correct may go in certain situations, you're being correct by keeping it real. That's how it is. Some people don't know how to do that. Stan the man, what's going on, bro?
How are you?
Good. They don't know how to do that. They can't do it. You know why? Because they don't even spend that much time with being real in their everyday lives. So I do expect people to come over here and be real. And they ain't even real in a real life. Don't give me it's just a gimmick. I don't want to hear that, because if it's just a gimmick, go get paid, Denzel. See, you get paid very well to portray some shit. Do you got the skill to do that? But shit, if you got the skill to lie, I think you got the skill set to be a great actor. Actors lie. Or do they? They portray, life, but y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying, but these are the things that we have to take into consideration and understand. What moves the sport, what doesn't move the sport. They got something going on there across the street. I've been seeing people walk in and out of that motherfucker for the past hour. They having something over there. A lot of good-looking women, I know that too. Oh, y'all pay attention to everything, y'all. Smash the like button. But that's what it is. That's what it is, and that's all we ask for. This is all that certain content creators do. Certain ones. And hey, it's nothing wrong with a content creator being a big fan of a fighter. Not a fanboy. You have fans, you have fanboys. Now, the fans are the ones who are a fan of the sport first. Like my man D Free. So you don't have a favorite fighter. I really don't, but then again I do. But y'all know me, at the end of the day, any of these guys can retire and I'ma still be watching the sport. Because I was watching the sport way before they asses. They don't make the sport. When I started watching, it was Ali, Frazier, all those guys when I first started watching the sport. Who the hell are they? Shut up. You want to watch it, you're going to learn. That's what I did. Ken Norton and all those guys. Jerry Cooney and all that. That's the first time I started watching boxing. They the guys that I seen fight first. One of the first fights that I seen was I actually seen Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather Sr. I actually seen that fight. Yeah, I actually seen that fight. Once again, Floyd Mayweather Sr. versus Sugar Ray Leonard, I actually seen that fight. Yeah. Yeah. I actually seen that fight. Y'all just don't know. Some of y'all, some people probably seen that fight, and some probably had to go watch the film. But if you haven't, go watch it. If you haven't, go watch it. But one thing I would give credit to today's boxing population, as far as the athletes and the trainers. And one of the brothers brought this up. What I do love about it, matter of fact, not even somebody online. I was talking to one of the OGs in the neighborhood, and he said, man, what he loving about boxing today, there is a lot of more father trainers in this generation of fighters than we ever seen in any other generation in decades, and that's facts. That's facts. I mean, and the you know, the content creators, they had cooked on that. You know, some of the brothers have been giving these father trainers their flowers. They have. But, you know, for me to be walking down the street and one of the OGs was like, yeah, that's what he really liked. He said, man, I don't take nothing as personal. I just give my opinion. I don't care if my opinion had to be a fact. He said what he loved is that these young brothers is getting paid and they got their fathers in their corner. Big dog PGH, what's up, man? What's going on? And I said, you know what? I said, I love that. I like that. And I love it. So salute to all the father trainers out there. Because I've never seen this much of father trainers combination in all my years of watching boxing. I love it. I love it. And the OG said he never seen that growing up, and you know he's watching boxing a little before me. You know, so it's great to see Bernard Hackett with his son, Wild Bill with Dad, Norman Sr. with Norman, the Mason brothers, Abdullah and his brothers, their fathers. You know, T.O. Senior. You know, Benavidez Senior, and all the other fighters, trainers that's in the sport. It's good to see that, because a lot of times, a lot of fathers are not around in their sons' lives when it comes to these sports, not just boxing. Sometimes these mothers, you know, single-handedly with some assistance have to you know, get behind a child in these sports. So definitely in the sport of boxing, and that's dope. So salute to all the fathers out there. That's something that needs to be done. And that's something that needs to be spread across mass media. Old media need to be talking about that, because that's one great thing that's going on in the sport of boxing that we all agree on. That is great. And not only that, it is a necessity. But see, they not going to talk about that. That's a very positive thing, because they always say, oh, the Black Americans, you know, they got the highest rate of fathers not banning their lives and the highest rate of their fathers. Bullshit. But where you doing your census test at? Cause you know they try to downplay us and say us Black American fighters, fathers, we ain't ish. And it's a lot of great Black American fathers that always been a part of their children's lives. Uncle Cass in the building, there's a lot of Black American fathers that been in these sons' lives. It ain't just starting, but I'm glad to see it in the sport of boxing. And that's something I think we all collectively as content creators should unite as and talk about. Because we'll sit here and talk all this nonsense that don't make sense. Won't y'all talk about that? That's one thing that's great in the sport of boxing right now, in my honest opinion, is having these father trainers in their life. We never had this many father trainers in any decade of the sport of boxing. Salute to them. This is one thing that the sport of boxing is doing right. They got the fathers in their lives, but they ain't talking about it. So let's talk about it. Let's make it make sense. We should be talking about that instead of keep talking about some goddamn comparisons that don't make sense. Because talking about things that don't make sense is not good for the sport. But we constantly talking about how these father trainers out here in their sons' lives in the sport of boxing, where, you know, there's some boys who need fathers in their lives and things like that. We need to talk about that more. But no, y'all want to sit here and talk about the bull-ish. Y'all want to keep talking about this fighter is this fighter is that, and your ass ain't even keeping it real on that. This is one of the most important things that should be put out into the atmosphere with boxing talk about the unity between the fathers and sons. So salute to all the father trainers out there. Salute to every last one of them. Because that should be talked about. But no, they ain't going to talk about that. You know what mass media is doing? They running around talking about the gambling goddamn probe and all that. But they're not talking about these great brown men. These great brown men that's in their sons' lives. Oh, that's the reason why they're not talking about it, because it's too many brown men. Oh, that's brown men. That's brown men and sons. Oh, we can't push out that positivity. We can't push out that positivity. Huh. That's the reason why mass media won't bring that out. But they keep the everyday soccer mom, soccer dad, football dad, basketball dad, soccer dad, softball dad, fencing dad, karate dad, you know, MMA dad. But y'all won't talk about the boxing dads, huh? They won't talk about the boxing fathers. They talk about the fathers and anything else. Oh yeah. But in a brutal combat sport, where a lot of times for decades, neither one of the parents was around. Let's keep it real before we close out on this great cook this morning. Enjoy it. I'm setting the tone for everybody. When at a time when most of these fighters didn't even have either parents around, we heard some of the horrific stories from these great warriors that they had to face before even getting in the damn ring. And y'all want to sit up here and entertain me with some bull-ish? No, you won't entertain me with no bull-ish. You're going to entertain me flaming your ass. That's what you're going to do. I am a guardian of the boxing galaxy, and I'm going to do my guardianship. You understand me? I am not for the whack, no nonsense talk, no talking down on the... No, I'm not doing that. This is boxing. They all boxers. They all in it together. They all guilty by association. They all get it balanced, equally balanced, the pros and the cons. Because every fighter that puts on the gloves is pros and cons to talk about. They both got pros and cons. Some just got more pros than cons. Some just got more pros than cons, and some got more cons than pros, but it's boxing. I'm going to talk about both sides. Flip side. I'm going to talk about both sides. It's not no double standard over here. They all get it. That's what makes you a respectful content creator. That's what makes people want to come to your channel and listen to you and build with you, because what you put out there, look at Just Do, my guy. That's what it's about. Saving the sport of boxing. What dudes say, man, y'all ain't saving the sport of boxing. This is what we here for. This is what I've been here for. But it's been rough for me because I done had some haterade go around. For those who don't know, let me let y'all know, this is my 5th YouTube channel. For those who don't know, this is my 5th YouTube channel. And 3 out of the damn 5 times is because of hate. And three out of those times I was damn near at 1,000 subscribers. But they hate on me. Yeah. But I still got the love and passion to talk about the sport. See, and dude, no. We've been around each other for years. Y'all don't even know what the hell I've been through. What are y'all talking about? That's why I'm the way that I am. But see, for the ones who know me, they know. And trust me, Just doing a few of it tell you, hey man, y'all that just coming over here, y'all catching a watered down version, because man, I was a sporadic ratty. I was really one of those wild ones with it. But I had to calm down because I said, dog, you got too much. You know what you're talking about. You don't have to be wilding out like that. This is facts. You ready, Miss Denise? Yeah, hold on.
What's that?
You ready to go up? Yeah, I come. Yeah, so listen, man. Haters are losers and losers hate winners. That is facts, Onk. Onk, that is facts. Did you hear me clear? Yeah. I said, you want to go up now? I ain't forget I was coming. I like what you said, Uncle Cat said, haters are losers and losers hate winners. Yeah.
Your charger right there.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Denise.
You got a quarter from this year.
Mm-hmm. But that's just the fact and the reality of things, man. You don't look like you feel like doing anything. And I agree with you. You do enough. Shit. Oh, man, but listen, y'all. It's just the facts. It's the truth, man. It's about making make sense. That's what we are here for. Thank you, Uncle. You keep winning too. Y'all all winners in here, man. Y'all winners in here. But I just wanted to set the tone. There's a few more things that I want to cook on, but I'll be able to do that on one of the channels today. Y'all know the regular routine, man. Before I get up on out of here and set you guys free, y'all know the regular routine, man. Coffee and donuts for grown-ups every day between 6:30 in the morning. Make sure you come and check out your boy. You know, go over there to Clarence McLean, check out the No Duck Zone podcast. I'm following right up after I close down this show. Then, you know, around 10, 11 o'clock, y'all make sure y'all go over and check out B3 Picks. We working. B3 is going to take us all the way over into 2 o'clock hour. And we going to go right to class with Uncle Cass Sports. Uncle Cass is going to run us right into Just Do. And y'all know how it is, baby. Just Do. Given the boxing world is Just Do. One of my favorite shows, man. That's my guy. Just Do know that he's one of my favorite content creators, man. And I remember Dude when he first started, man. And he's fired. One of my guy. Thank you, bro. Then after that, you know, Just Dude's going to keep us warm. He's going to take us over into the STN land. We gonna go around there and we gonna check out the Sports Talk Network with Roll with the Punches podcast with BBO, D-Free, my man Prize Fighter. They doing good things over there. And make sure y'all check out Dub Whiteside. You know Dub be all over the place. He like to travel by night, so you know you can check him out at nighttime. And coming soon, I think the OGs. I think we're gonna do something today. I gotta see what's up with Tommy Hill and Mr. Shelton, and we gonna put together the OG show today. So the OG show will be myself, Thomas Hill, and Shelton Moore. So that's the new lineup for the OG show until my brother CDK gets stuff back together. But yeah, the OG show is for all the OGs. Gonna try to get Uncle Cass to come over there. But that's what we doing. We building. Hey, Josh. Hey, Caramel Delight. I'm about to get up on out of here, man. I'm at an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna get up out of here and I'm gonna go over there and check out Clarence McLean. So just running down the schedule for you guys. It's Hump Day Wednesday. Make sure your Wednesday is a positive Wednesday. You already know what to do. But with the rest of the time that you're gonna be on your YouTube, I run it down to you. Go check out the All-Star lineup. Go check out the All-Star lineup with these great content creators, man, because, hey, I wouldn't send you no other place. If you ask me, where does to go on YouTube, I'll tell you all the spots to go to. That's be where I be at, and you'll be all right. So with that being said, man, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself some damn fire, because y'all, I'm just not the one that's cooking. Y'all help me do this cook. So, but damn, Cam, I'm leaving out right now. Cam came in late. But I know, Cam, you're going to come in and check out some of the replay, Cam. I'm about to shut down. But, hey, it's Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday, so make sure you go check out my man, my bro, Cam J Network. I think about 6:15 today. Y'all make sure y'all go check my guy out, man. Listen, one of my favorite content creators and has one of the best panel shows on YT, in my opinion. You know, a lot of content creators have panels, and some of them I really don't be feeling like that, but I always love the panel that my brother Cam be having up there. So with that being said, I'm gonna get up one night and go check out Clarence McLean, aka the barbecue sauce man over there with the No Duck Zone podcast. Y'all have a positive, prosperous Hump Day Wednesday, and I'm gonna see y'all soon. Peace.